In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a Google Lit trip. What's a Google Lit trip, you say? A Google Lit trip is like making a book report using Google Earth. Select a book or a person and find the locations on Google Earth. In this video, I will show you how to mark your place with a drop pen, how to add information and or discussion questions, how to add pictures, and make folders for your destination. What you'll need for this project is Google Earth, any information and or discussion questions you would like to add, any URLs for pictures that you would like to include, or links to any websites that you would like to add as well, and your Works Cited page unless you include it at the end of your Google Lit trip. We are going to do our sample Google Lit trip on Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln was born in Hardin County, which is now called LaRue County, Kentucky. So Google Earth is going to take us to LaRue County, Kentucky. And when we get there, we are going to place a drop pin or a place mark, whatever you want to call it. It's this yellow push pin right here. You just click on it and it opens up. I'm going to call it Abraham Lincoln's birthplace. And then I have some information that I'm going to add in this box about my first stop. You can have information or you can make discussion questions. It's up to you. I have information about the first site that we visit. And I'm going to copy it and I am going to paste it into the box. The box goes away, but all you have to do is click on the push pin and it comes right back up. I'm going to paste it right there. Now I'm going to add an image. For whatever reason, Google Earth does not put a space in between the text and the image, so you have to make a page break. That is left caret BR, right caret, and then again left caret BR, right caret. Now I'm going to add an image, so you're just going to click on Add Image. You have to have the URL for the image. You cannot copy it from your computer on the hard drive, thumb drive, whatever. It has to have the image URL. So I'm going to go to my browser. You cannot use this URL. It will not work on Google Earth. So you have to right click and go to View Image Info, or if you're using a PC, go to Properties. You're going to use this location URL right here. If you use one of those, it will not work. So you want to do the location, and you're going to copy it, and then you go back to Google Earth, and you're going to paste it. Then you're going to click OK, and then you're going to click OK again. Now I just want to make sure that it worked, so I'm going to click on the push pin. And here's our information. This is actually a picture of what is left of Abraham Lincoln's childhood home. The next place that Lincoln moved to was Perry County, Indiana, which is now called Spencer County. Spencer County actually has a living museum about Abraham Lincoln there, and it is where his childhood home used to be. So we're going to drop a little pin here, and I'm just going to call this Spencer County. And then I'm going to go and copy my little paragraph that I have. Lincoln's mother and sister are actually buried in Spencer County, where the Living Museum is at, or near the Living Museum. I do not have a picture for this one, so I'm going to add a link. And I actually have a link for the Living Museum. So I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to go back into my Google Earth. And I'm going to paste it in the same place where it had the image URL, except now it says link URL, and I'm going to click OK. I'm going to go ahead and add my page break so that there's a space between the two. And I'm going to click OK, and then I'm going to click back and make sure that it came up. The next place that we have record of Abraham Lincoln moving to is New Salem, Illinois. This is where he met Mary Todd for the first time, his future wife. We're going to go ahead and drop a pin there. We're just going to call it New Salem. And then I'm going to go to my Word document and I'm going to copy what I have, my little thing that I have typed up. We're going to copy and paste it. And then I am going to go ahead and enter my page breaks because I'm going to add an image. So I'm going to go back to my browser and I have an image of Abraham Lincoln. Don't forget you have to right click, view image info, and then copy the location is what you're going to copy to make sure that it goes in, if mine will work. And then I'm going to go back to Google Earth and put it in the image URL spot. And then I'm going to click OK. And I'm going to click on it just to make sure it pops up. And there it is. The next place that Abraham Lincoln moves to is Springfield, Illinois. This is where he and Mary Todd moved after they were married and had children. Or they moved there and then had children. So I'm going to drop a pin, and I'm just going to call it Springfield. And I have a little snippet about his life in Springfield, so I'm going to copy and paste it. And I'm going to click OK. I don't have any pictures or anything for this one. Our final destination for Abraham Lincoln is Washington, D.C. This is the last place that Abraham Lincoln lived before he was assassinated. I'm actually going to try to zoom in and see if I can actually find the White House. So when I have a lit trip, it will go to the White House. You just zoom in on the right, and here's the White House right here. It's kind of hard to see behind that, so I'm going to try to zoom in some more. Here we go. So I'm actually going, and I'm clicking and dragging is what I'm doing to get the screen to move this way, just so you guys know. I'm going to drop my pin, and then I'm going to name this one the White House. I actually have a little snippet that I'm going to copy and paste, and I have a picture that I'm going to add as well. Because I'm adding the picture, I'm going to go ahead and add the page break to keep it separated. And then I'm going to click Add Image, and then I'm going to go to my browser, and I actually have a picture of the Lincoln Memorial. Don't forget you have to go to the View Image. You have to right click, go to View Image Info, and then copy the location. Then I'm going to go back to Google Earth, and I'm going to copy it and paste it into the image URL. So I'm going to click OK and OK again, and I'm going to click on my pin, and that is our final slide. So I will be showing you how to turn it into an actual lit trip. The next thing that we're going to do now that we have all of our destinations is we're going to add a folder to put all of our stops in. Go up to here, you can go to Add, Folder, or you can right click down here in the space, whichever you prefer. And we're just going to call it Abraham Lincoln's Lit Trip. And we're going to say OK. And then what we're going to do is we're going to drag all of our stops into this folder. It does not matter if you drag them in order, because you can always rearrange your stops if you decide you want to start with the White House, whatever reason, you can do that. So we're going to start with the birthplace, and then he moved to Spencer County second, and then New Salem, and then Springfield. So now that we have those in order, we are just about ready to create our lit trip. Now that we have finished our Google Lit Trip and making all the destinations, we are going to start our Google tour. You can double click and then start the tour, and it'll go to the first destination, which is Abraham Lincoln's birthplace. It'll stop for a few minutes, and then it will open up the window with the information that we provided, and then it will move on to the second one, and so on. What you need to do after you have it completed, you've viewed it, you have proofed it to make sure everything is spelled correctly, etc., then you're going to save it. You will right-click on the LitTrip folder and you're going to say Save Place As, and then you're going to name it. I'm just going to keep mine Abraham Lincoln's LitTrip, and then I'm going to save it to my desktop, and I'm going to click Save. And then you can, from there you can email it, or you can put it on a thumb drive to share it. I hope this tutorial has helped you, and good luck making your Google Lit Trip.